Now you have all these tent cities in Chicago. You have all of these facilities in Chicago that was first condemned. They are clearing off new land to build tent cities. And what a lot of these Democrats are trying to do is persuade Black folk to pay attention to the immigrant crisis on the humanity side of things, but not letting them know how illegal immigration affects them. And I told you before, to a certain extent, legal immigration affects it. But I know we're against illegal immigration. But when I read certain things that a buddy of mine, are having a discussion about, Chicago has a thriving Black middle class, which, oh boy, talking about Mayor Johnson, Brandon, but I'm sure he's referring to the permanent Black underclass in the city. It begs the question, did this problem exist before the latest migrant influx? It did. Has the city tried to dismantle this state of systematic impoverishment? No. Probably most importantly, and I'm answering, he didn't answer these, he just proposing the question. Is this a zero sum issue? This is to solve one, you must forget the other. And then at the end, he says, now explain to me how this is a fault of the Democrats. Well, it's easy. These immigrants are being shipped in bus and flown into Democratic sanctuary cities. I know we saw that map I had up here, right, family? I'm gonna show it one more time. Where's that map at? Here we go. You see right here, that's Illinois. See that? Oh, that's Iowa. Hold up. This is Illinois. And the green is pro-immigrant laws, and the purple is anti-immigrant laws. And here's Illinois. That's why they're busting them there. Hold on. Here, wrote someone up here. Give me a second. What he wrote? Someone or some politician or some state entity is placing these people on buses. You see how he's trying to stay neutral? He talking about someone, Governor Ron DeSantis, and Arizona and all these other states, talking about someone or some entity is placing these people on buses and sending them to northern cities. No, they're sending them to Black Democratic sanctuary cities. Then he says for no apparent reasons. I told you, 2 birds, 1 stone. And then in an outrage for the callous for all of this, and now explain to me how this is Democrat fault. Democratic mayor, Democratic city, and they're Black. 2 birds, 1 stone. And these are Republicans doing it. Boston is crying out now. Is this Boston? That's New Jersey. You see that, family? Jersey has pro-immigrant laws. They're not sending it to New Jersey. You know why? Because the white power structure in power won't have it. Connecticut, Vermont, see all the green ones, light green, dark green, they are all pro-immigrant laws, while the purple is anti. States like West Virginia. I don't know who would want to go to West Virginia, but anyway, I went to school there and I didn't want to go then. Illinois, Iowa, definitely anti-immigrant, don't want to go to Iowa. And I don't think the immigrants will go up to Nebraska, South Dakota, North Dakota, Montana, Wyoming, etc. Then, of course, you have Kansas, anti-immigrant laws, Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, Florida, Texas. Okay, look at this. Idaho, Arizona, all anti-immigrant laws. And then when you look at where the pro-immigrant laws are, California, they still have somewhat of a large Black population, roughly 1 million. Oregon, no one's going to Oregon, and Oregon is predominantly white, and as well as Washington. But these are very liberal states, okay? When I'm talking about liberal, we're talking about vegan, hugging trees. We all get along together, except when it comes to Black folk, they're very racist up there. I lived in Washington for 8 years. I'm from the East Coast, Washington, D.C., up in here, a little dot somewhere. But I lived in Washington State for 8 years, and I've been called the N-word twice. I haven't been called the N-word yet in Texas. That's interesting. They probably just hang them high here. But anyway. But yeah, family, these are all sanctuary states and cities, but you don't see them being bused there. They're busing them to the Black cities and states.